Alright, so you want to get that Fortnite PvE. Well, my name is Puma and I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about Fortnite today. Oh boy, I'm excited about this one. PvE and Battle Royale. Oh boy. I would say Save the World is pretty much what I would play the most. It's so much fun. And pretty much what we have here is, if you were to mix an RPG, Minecraft, and a bunch of spaghetti code and Play-Doh all at once, this is what you get, this Fortnite PvE. And pretty much you can do a lot of stuff in here it's pretty fun. So I guess let's just go through the tabs here. Play now, pretty much we have missions that you can do. The overall goal is we're fighting zombies, we're defending against them, we get rewards for fighting them, etc. Here's what the map looks like. So far, here are kind of the different worlds you can go into. You start off at Stonewood, you can see the difficulty of the skull. Then you go to Plankerton and to Canny Valley. This is a new release of Horde mode that they just released last week, so I tried that out and it's pretty fun. I'll get some footage up there soon. But anyway, let's hop right into more of the map. All these little green icons are kind of like missions that you can do. Each one does something different. Ride the lightning, you gotta defend the van. Let's see here, retrieve the data. There's like a balloon that drops and you have to defend that. Different kinds of stuff you get for doing this. And you see on the bottom left over there, there's kind of like a reward that you get for each one. Now, if you check out my previous video, 9 cool things about Fortnite, you probably didn't know. I told you in the PvE there's a way to get unlimited V-Bucks. This is exactly how you do it. So when you're debating whether to get this game, because it's 50% off, I would say it's 100% worth to spend the $20 on it just to get this. Let's just keep going down the line. So we have heroes, right? These are the characters that you pick in order to play the game, pretty much. There's different types of characters. You have soldiers and outlanders. They each have different stats, different abilities. Let's go ahead and expect one. The Raven is my favorite personally. So let's select. Oh, wrong button. There you go. So let's select. You could upgrade and inspect. So you could level up these characters. This is why I said it was kind of like an RPG. You level up these characters. And they have different kinds of abilities. So this first one, range weapon damage is increased by 10%. I believe that's like a soldier normal. In order to do that, I think all soldiers might have that level 1. His level 2 is lefty righty. You bring out dual pistols, they do damage. The cooldown goes down for every pistol kill you get. Additionally, the debilitating shots is pretty good. Enemies become more vulnerable, and the list goes down and down. Everyone does stuff that's different. So for example, ninjas have an ability. I believe all of them have what's called the double jump. They could pretty much jump twice. This Outlander specifically, she can do what's called phase shift. She could dash kind of through space and through objects. And that's pretty cool. It gets you out of fights quickly. Another thing about the PvE is that you can summon defenders, which I will make a whole video about how they work. Pretty much you can have them in game to fight for you. You can customize them, you can upgrade them as well and give them more stats. So it's pretty cool. The biggest thing about this game is, if you ever played League of Legends, there's a rune tree that you kind of use, and this is how I see it. You pretty much rescue survivors. You get these survivor cards, if you will, and you place them in certain slots and they give you stats. So if you can see on the top here, Fortitude 173, 42 is pretty much your HP. Offense is how much damage you do, plus 84 from that, so they're not really giving me anything. Resistance is your shield, 130, etc. It keeps going. And all these stats kind of play into your character and how strong you're actually going to be. On the top left is your power level, and that's how strong you are along with your home base, and I'll go over what the home base is in a second. Your armory is pretty much your go-to after every mission. So the first biggest thing about this game is the schematics. These are schematics which are pretty much blueprints. Here's how you make all your weapons. You get a schematic for it by, let's say, completing a mission. Let's say the ceiling trap, for example. In order to make this schematic and to use it in a game, you would need all these materials on the left hand side, and you farm that in the world. So nuts and bolts, for example, you would get by destroying cars or trucks or anything mechanical. Rough ore would be gotten from getting rocks and stuff like that, etc. There's different ways to get all this kind of stuff. Rarities matter as well. The higher the rarity, the better it is. Obviously, you could level these things up. I have this one on my max level almost, so it's 3 stars, so it does a lot of damage. You can see the DPS on the side, you can see the shot, the damage, the materials that it uses. Every weapon has what's called perks, which you can level them up further. So my grenade launcher is pretty much my best weapon. Lots of crit damage, lots of regular damage. There's elements in this game as well. And probably one of the most important things in this game is the skill tree. There's 8 different skill trees that you use, 9 if you include the Horde one that was just released last week. Pretty much all this skill tree stats apply to your character as well, and there's 8 of them that you can kind of build up to it, and you could pretty much just keep going with that. Let's see, what else do we have? It's pretty much just all the abilities. If you just go through the skill tree, it's pretty much worth it there. There's loot, so in the game, you beat missions and stuff like that, you get a llama, and this is how you also get schematics and stuff like that. So it's pretty much worth it there. So let's hop into my home base. This is my storm shield, stonewood storm shield defense. And so this is kind of like your main base of when you go to when you need to expand your shield to defend against the zombies. So let's hop in there. So when hopping into every single game into the loading screen, what you're gonna see is, if it wants to load, okay, so what you're gonna see is that you can select 2 gadgets, which if you do play League, like I said, these are like your summoner spells. You have different abilities, like these are missiles. You just summon or rain a hail of missiles. Rather, you have a little robot that shoots and fights for you. You have a banner that heals your buildings, a slow field that slows the zombies, all that good stuff. And so you can customize that. And when you get to higher levels, you unlock more, and they get better through the skill tree and stuff like that. Right. So pretty much this is my home base. Welcome. Spent a lot of time on it, but unfortunately, I did get past this level of Stonewood, so I don't need this base anymore, so it's kind of just chilling here. So that's one of the unfortunate sides about this game, but when I did have to defend it, it was pretty fun. So you spent the time building all this to defend against zombies. There's what's called amplifiers that you need to protect, that shoots that big beam. In the PvE as well, you can build, right? And you could upgrade your structures to make them stronger, right? So that would be a level 2 wall, and that would be a level 3 wall. You can't go anywhere past there, at least not to my knowledge for now. You can still do that with brick and steel. The floor I'm on is level 2 brick. This little walkway is level 3 steel, all that good stuff. You have hoverboards as well, so you can kind of fly. And if you get really if you get really into the game and really want to waste your time, you can make like a racetrack, which me and my friends did. I'll be releasing a video about that as well. So yeah, there we go. I'm just kind of riding around. So for now, I'm not really doing anything, but you can definitely watch my other gameplay videos, and I'll show you plenty of gameplay of how zombies work and what weapons do and all that good stuff. Trying to think what else. I can't really think what else, because that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all you really need to know about the PvE. It is $20 now compared to the $40, so I guess I'll just be doing some quick calculations on that. Alright, so let's look at the store here. So if you already have the standard, it's asking for $9.99 just to upgrade to the deluxe, super deluxe, and I don't know what the last purchase is, but pretty much all these bigger packages, all it is it gives you like these legendary characters. It starts you off with more V-Bucks, more Survivor EXP, better survivors, etc. Pretty much all stuff for in-game that'll help you out, to kind of get you a bigger training boost when you go through the first part of it. So, is it really worth it? I would say no. If you had questions about getting the standard edition compared to other packages just because it's 50% off, get the standard edition. It's perfect. $20 compared to spending a lot more than that in the battle royale. If you want to think about it this way, getting this standard edition is 20 bucks, right? But getting 1,000 V-Bucks is 10 bucks. And after you buy the battle pass, it's really not going to be that worth it, compared to playing all these missions in the PvE and having all these daily quests. So just taking a quick look right here. Here are all my quests, right? So I have a main quest, complete 3 missions and blah blah blah, and I get this rare defender. There's always events going on, so right now it's the horde mode like I mentioned earlier. Daily quests are going to be your most favorite because, as you can see, they give you V-Bucks, and side quests give you even more V-Bucks. Challenges, same thing for some of them depending on which one it is. And so it's completely worth it, especially if you only want to get this to get the V-Bucks. It's 100% worth your money. That's gonna wrap it up, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. If you just wanted to see more gameplay about Fortnite, look at my 9 cool things about Fortnite video. It's really informative. But for now, I'll catch you later.